Day, January the 6th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. If everybody would rise for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Lord, we just thank you for this day. Lord, we just thank you for this beautiful city that you've given us to live in, Lord, and just be with each one of us as we make decisions tonight for our city. And just be with us in our everyday walk with you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now try to get back in the seat again. Roll call, Deputy Clerk Vernon.
Councilman Boyer,
Present.
Councilwoman Horton,
Here.
Councilman Smith, Councilman Massingham, Councilman DePew,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Here.
Mayor Cornman. We have 4 present. We have a quorum.
Number 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none. Item 6, citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Seeing none. Item 7, workshop items for discussion. A, the City Council will consider reclassifying the job title of City Clerk, Treasurer, Assistant City Manager. Interim City Manager Lori Phelps to present.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. This item would just change the job title of the City Clerk Treasurer to include Assistant City Manager. There's no pay increase with this change. I would just step in at the City Manager's discretion or in his absence. That's the only change to the job duties.
We need a motion and a second.
I'll move that we move it to the voting session tonight.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. B, the City Council will consider an application for a taxi cab service from JJ's Cab owned by Mr. Joshua Counts. Interim City Manager Lori Phelps to present.
Thank you, Bannon, Mayor Pro Tem. We did receive an application from Mr. Joshua Counts to reopen his cab company. By ordinance, we are required to have a public hearing if any of the existing cab companies object. The only cab company currently in business is Patriot Transportation and owned by Robert Neal. He submitted a letter saying that he did not object. So we don't have to have the public hearing, but it still has to be approved by council. It is at the council's sole discretion how they want to proceed with this. I do feel like I have to say the couple of times that Mr. Counts has been in business, we have had a lot of issues with him, with the insurance lapsing, cars being ran that were not licensed, taxi cab drivers actually not getting their driver's permits. We had lots of complaints from customers about safety issues with the drivers. One of his drivers actually had an accident with a police officer. So, but that being said, it is at the council's discretion, and Mr. Counts does have a chance to plead his case with you all tonight.
Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year.
Can you turn that on? It should be like a little deal.
Pull the button towards you. Yeah.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, Happy New Year. I'll admit we have had some junk cars in the past. We've had problems, which everybody does. Sandy's, nobody's perfect. Patriot's definitely not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect out there. We're just all out there trying to make a dollar, get everybody back and forth home to work and everything. And we would still be open today, but I kind of had a heart issue back in 2022 and I had to shut down. If it wasn't for that, I'm sure by today we would have had better cars, you know, a lot better stuff than we had. But we just really want another chance to try to see if we can make it better for Poplar Bluff. You know? And I'm going to let Shauna come up here and talk to you. She worked for me for all that time. And I can't hardly breathe, so I'll let her take over.
What kind of cars do you have?
Suburban, right now,
And 2006 Ford Fusion.
What is your name and address?
My name is Shauna Allen. I live at 2022 South Missouri Avenue here in Poplar Bluff. I've actually been the manager of the company since October of 2020. And yes, we did have a few issues with some drivers, and those drivers will no longer work for us, and we are being more selective of the people that we hire. I make them get me a background check, and I check their backgrounds, and I make sure that they are suitable for the company, because we're just, like Josh said, we're trying to help out in the community and make sure that we can get people back and forth to work and home and wherever they need to go, because sometimes it is really busy and the other cab company does have a hard time keeping up. And so we feel that us getting another chance to help with that issue where people aren't always late and we can do what we need to do and to help the community.
So are you currently running in the city?
No, we are not.
Okay.
And do you have insurance in place already, or do you have insurance? Do you have that?
Yes. Yes, we are, yes, both vehicles have 5100. Yeah, we have the 5100 insurance on both vehicles.
But you've got commercial insurance on it.
We don't have to have commercial insurance anymore.
That's a new thing they got.
They gave me a sheet that just said, full coverage insurance is what we needed.
Well, I mean, the full coverage insurance would be physical damage on your vehicle. That's not of concern to the city. The concern is the liability, but you need commercial liability.
You guys put Robbie Neal in, what kind of insurance we're talking about. That's all he's had, that's last year.
Who?
Robert, he doesn't,
Liability insurance this whole time.
Is that all they've got when they have?
I would have to pull
And
it.
the city hall told him he could do that.
So the insurance you have, I'm talking about the insurance that you've purchased, you told them that you're going to be running a cab company with it
Yeah, and they said we was good. And the city
on
hall also said.
a personal lines auto policy.
Yes.
I don't have,
It's not a big city, we're not in New York.
I don't, sir, I'm an insurance agent, so I know the laws. Before I'm going to vote anything, I want to see that, I want to see the copy of the policy. I'm sorry, sir, we just have to be legal on this, but,
We're gonna shut Robert down tomorrow, that's all he's had last year.
I'll be checking into that too. I'll check with Lori tomorrow, we'll get that information to me. But I'm not saying my vote's going to be no, but I'm just telling you, I need to see a copy. I don't know who your insurance agent is with, but I can tell you, as an agent, if somebody came to me and told me that's what they were going to do, I don't have a personal company insurance policy that would allow me to write a policy for someone running a taxi out of it.
9 out of 10 insurance companies will tip off, well, tell you, they won't accept you, they will take it for a taxi cab. Nobody will harm anybody. You know that, if you say who you are, you should know that. No insurance.
So
company-
I am who I say I am.
I don't mean to get loud, I'm just saying. You know, any insurance agent in Buffalo is going to turn us down because it's a cab. They want to know that.
No, we're going to turn you down if you try to write a personal policy. I'm not going to argue that. There's commercial insurance is what you have to have for that.
Commercial is the hardest thing I ever did. It's my life.
Oh, wait, I mean, commercial insurance is not easy to get.
And it's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap either, exactly. And for that reason,
Open and Poplar Bluff City, we went through 12 different insurance companies to try to get commercial insurance. So we finally found one that would do it, but all the others we went through would not.
Well, I know in your paperwork at City Hall, I got at the house approval, it says commercial insurance. It does not say,
Oh.
it says,
liability.
liability. It does not say commercial liability.
Because I was actually working for Patriot when Mr. Neal got his insurance, because I am actually the one who found an insurance company to insure him. And he brought me piece of paper that he had gotten from City Hall, and it just said liability insurance. It didn't say anything about commercial insurance on there, because I have actually been helping Mr. Counts quite often, because I work for him. I've worked for him for 4 years, almost 5 years now, and we had commercial insurance a lot, and yeah, it may have lapsed a couple of times, but we always made sure we had it. But the problem is, it was
It
so
lapsed a lot.
so-
I
yes,
think we're
ma'am.
using a couple of times loosely.
Yes, ma'am. It did go up very high when we had the driver that did hit the officer.
Right.
And so it was a little harder to keep it, but we did try to maintain it. So, I mean, I do a lot of the office work, basically, because I'm the manager. And so I always try to stay on top of those things and make sure that we are
Sure.
where we need to be. So, and like I said, we're just trying to help out in the community. I've had a lot of people call me personally asking if I was still running the cab company, and I told them no, because at the time we weren't. They've been asking for rides, and so I feel that giving us another chance to help in the community would be the best option to make sure that people get where they need to go.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying I'm not giving it a chance. We just have to have the right insurance in place.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Okay.
I do want to
Any other
say
questions?
that we have, we're really, in the code, it says that we can inspect the vehicles, I believe it's every 6 months, and we haven't really done that, we haven't enforced that, but from this point forward, we will be enforcing that.
Are there any other questions from the council?
So, assuming that you can get a commercial permit, coverage, say that happens.
Yes, sir.
Appropriate. You started to tell us what your fleet looks like.
Right now, the two cars we have is an 07 Suburban and is it an 06 Fusion?
06 Ford Fusion.
And an 06 Ford Fusion.
And they're both in the name of JJ's Cab?
They were on the paperwork that we filled out.
Do you own one and you own the other?
Yes.
So they're individually owned, not under the name of the
Yeah,
company.
they're by the boss. He's the boss, I'm just the manager.
We're married. It's my truck, his car. The company is ours.
Yeah, it's their company. I just run it.
I don't know anything about the legal ramifications of this, but is it like is the company like a LLC type of arrangement? Or?
Not at the moment. I am going to be applying for an LLC for us.
So what is the status of the company then?
Right now, since we're not allowed to run, we are just sitting. We don't run.
Just a sole proprietor right now.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Thank you. Didn't know the terminology.
I was told the insurance had changed, so I thought, man, let's switch some money out. Before we can make away with insurance.
Right. If you can, whoever your insurance agent is, I don't know who it is, and you don't have to tell me that, whoever your agent is, if you call them tomorrow, and they will tell you that it's covered, we ran as a taxi, and we'll give you a certificate of insurance, that's good, but I sure don't know who that would be. I mean, I've been doing this for a lot of years. So,
is the other taxi company,
I don't know, we're gonna check into that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll check into, we'll check into that, that'll be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one that actually got him his insurance.
Okay, well, Lori will check into that tomorrow and see. So do you have your insurance same place they have theirs?
Right now, I don't drive because I'm legally blind in one eye, so I don't drive.
I don't know where Patriots got their responsibility.
Okay.
They actually have theirs through State Farm. They did have theirs through State Farm, is where I got it from, was State Farm. and it was another, like, they did another company, like a third-party company, is where they got their insurance, I do believe. I don't remember the name of the company, but it was through State Farm. Like, I went through State Farm to get the insurance for Mr. Neal, and then all he did was pay for the paper had said liability or whatever, and that was what he had paid for. And so that's why we were under the impression that we could just have.
You can't, I mean, liability is all you have to have. It's just, I just asked if it was on a personal policy or a commercial policy. That's
Okay.
all I ask.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That was my question. Yeah.
So, Lisa, what you're saying is it liability, but it has to be a commercial liability?
Right.
I just want to get.
Because it's a
that-
business.
I have a question for the city manager. Who in the city administers a permit like this?
The clerk's office.
Okay, so in the field, say, to inspect the vehicles or to find out if the drivers have the appropriate license permits and such, who would do that?
So we would have motor pool inspect the vehicles, and as far as the cab drivers themselves, they go to the PD, and the PD runs them and takes their fingerprints, and then they call and let us know if they're okay to drive or not. There's certain requirements. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but you can't be convicted felon of a crime of moral turpitude, and it's several things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we want to, does anybody else have any questions? Thank you.
You're welcome.
I make the motion where we defer this until appropriate documentation is provided by the applicant.
Should we do it that way, or do we just,
You could,
What we need to do,
is just move it to, yeah, tell us what to do.
Yep.
Counselor, please.
You can do it one of two ways. You can go ahead and move this to the voting session on January 21st, at which time, if your conditions have not been met, you can just defeat it. Or you could table the matter to a day certain, January 21st, which would then delay the ultimate vote on it 2 more weeks. So
I mean, I'd rather,
I think probably the recommendation from my perspective would be, if you want to give them a chance to produce the things that they need to produce, then move it to the voting session, and then if they have not, then you can defeat it on January 21st.
and that way, at least by January 21st, you'll know. Okay.
have money to insurance.
Well, there are other issues besides insurance
Right.
that the city manager pointed out. The licensed drivers, how they're titled. There's a real problem with having 2 individuals using these. It needs to either be a DBA or an LLC or something. So they've got a lot of work on their end to do
Right.
before I could recommend from a legal perspective that you approve it. But they've got 2 weeks to do it if you move it to the voting session. And then if they don't, then you just defeat it at that time.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Can you come back up?
If we have to have a DBA, there is another, I mean, I don't know if you guys are wanting us to have a DBA.
You know, we're just saying, like, for insurance, when you go to look for commercial insurance, I don't think you're going to find it when you have 2 cars insured in 2 individual names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No, yeah,
I was confused.
We were just trying to talk about, getting everything in order that you all need to get in order.
Okay.
Because my name is DDA, Chickpeas Cab.
Okay, there, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
My name is on the insurance as a driver, the sole insurance on both vehicles is in my husband's name.
Right.
It's on there as a driver.
But you said the car was titled to you, and one was titled to him.
Car is one legally mine,
Right,
the driver
right.
legally his.
So you'll just need to take that up when you call your insurance company. Just take it up with whoever your insurance company is with and let them know how they're titled, how you're using it, see where to go from there. Okay, so now we need a motion and a second.
I make a motion to move it to the voting session for January 21st with a stipulation that the liability insurance will be presented at that time.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will consider change order number 1 relative to the Black River Coliseum lobby renovation project. Interim City Manager Lori Phelps to present.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem Parson. This item is a reduction in cost, actually. We had allowed for $15,000 in contingencies for the project, but only used a little over $12,000. The project is just about complete. We just have a few minor touch-ups that need to be taken care of.
Thank goodness. So it's finally
there.
nearing an end.
Yes,
It's been a long time coming, I feel like.
it has.
I make a motion to move it to the voting session to be held January 21st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, action required items. AA, Bill Number 8603, the City Council will take action on an ordinance adopting a Title VI Civil Rights Policy of Non-Discrimination.
I make a motion of first reading of bill number 8603.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, adopting the policy of the United States Department of Homeland Security relating to Title IX compliance.
I make a motion for second reading of bill number 8603.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, adopting the policy of the United States Department of Homeland Security relating to Title IX compliance.
I make a motion of adoption of bill number 8603.
Second.
Roll call.
Any questions?
Oh, are there any questions or comments? Roll call.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson.
Yes.
We have 4 yes votes.
Item BB, Bill Number 8604, the City Council will take action on ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff Code of Ordinances, Chapter 120, Personnel Regulations, Article 3, Holidays, Vacation, and Other Leave, Section 120.480, Sick Leave Procedure for Taking.
I make a motion for reading of bill number 8604.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Chapter 120, Article 3, Section 12480, relating to employee sick leave.
I make a motion of second reading of bill number 8604.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Chapter 120, Article 3, Section 120.480, relating to employee sick leave.
I make a motion for adoption of bill number 8604.
Second.
Any questions or discussion?
Got a question. What's the financial impact to the budget for this? Is there any?
No.
They get the same amount of time. It's just now there's no restrictions on how much time can be used for family and how much can be used for self. It's
Okay.
all one pot.
Okay. That's all I had.
Do we get a second?
Yes.
Okay. Any question or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon?
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson.
Yes.
We have 4 yes votes.
Item CC, Bill Number 8605. The City Council will take action on ordinance reclassifying the job title of City Clerk/Treasurer to City Clerk/Treasurer Assistant City Manager.
I make a motion of the reading of bill number 8605.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff job title and job description of the city clerk, city treasurer by adding the additional title of assistant city manager and adding additional duties.
I make a motion for second reading of bill number 8605.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff job description and job title of the city clerk, city treasurer by adding the additional title of assistant city manager and adding additional duties.
I make a motion for adoption of bill number 8605.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon?
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson.
Yes.
We have 4 yes votes.
Bill number 8605 is adopted. Item 9, City Manager's Report. Interim City Manager Lori Phelps.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. I don't have a lot tonight. Just want to encourage everyone to check on your family, friends, and neighbors during this cold snap we're going to have, especially the elderly. Please take care of your pets. Also, city offices will be closed on Thursday, January 9th, to observe the National Day of Mourning for the passing of former President Jimmy Carter. However, municipal court will still be in session. They have a heavy docket that day, and they felt that it would be easier if they just came in and got it done rather than trying to send out 100 letters and reschedule. So again, city court will be in session Thursday. That's all I have.
That's a good compromise. I had a comment, just wanted to tell everybody that, Happy New Year, that we had a great 2024, a lot of great events and programs happened on that year, and I'm looking forward to 2025, and I'm looking forward to getting our new city manager here and working with him, and I think he's going to help us make 2025 a great year, so.
We're all looking forward to that. I mean, Lori's done a great job, but
Yes, and thank you, Lori.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
it'll give her a little bit of a break.
Yeah, absolutely. You deserve it.
One more meeting.
One more
I
meeting.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
And then I'll be back over there.
This is the
But
first
she hadn't
one,
quit
though.
yet.
That's right. Hasn't quit yet.
Yeah, you'll get through it.
On the downhill slide.
That's right. So, item 10, motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned.
All right.
Done.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thank you.